Before this video really gets started, I kind of just wanted to make a disclaimer about this video. Everything that is going to be in this video, I have seen it from Reddit, Instagram, YouTube, etc., so on and so forth. And if I can, I will try and give credits if I can find whoever originally shared it or posted that item or whatever. So there's a lot going on right now, and there's a lot of things, obviously. This is not my way of starting conflict with anyone, any YouTuber. For the most part, everyone is on the same boat about this topic because everyone is just kind of tired of their stuff, their BS. So I just wanted to make that disclaimer before we get further into the video, and this video may or may not be a little longer than our usual ones. So let's hope this video doesn't flop. Hey guys. It is December 29th, Friday, and a lot has happened this week. Let's just say that.
Okay.
A lot has happened, for sure. I have my game open. I'm, ready to play, but I'm gonna go to the news first and talk about the Star Rider test, because there's a whole bunch of beef going on right now, and we want to cover it. So, yeah. So basically, the Star Rider test is them having a bunch of testers, people, who are testing different Star Rider subscriptions, basically. If you've already paid once Star Rider, you will always have your allowance, but the new Star Rider subscription, you don't, but you still get to access the fact that you get to explore and stuff, just minus the star coins, because who wants to buy Star Rider very expensively?
Probably. And if they did like a monthly one, like the monthly's like $8.
Literally. But at that point, you're already spending so much money, monthly, so you might as well just go ahead and buy Star Rider. But it's the fact that Star Rider is so expensive. That's why they're getting upset.
Coming from someone that had to play monthly for several years, it was because, that $75 is a lot just to dump into one thing. It should have been discounted a long time ago.
It really should have. I understand that inflation is a thing, but you can't keep using inflation as an excuse. Obviously, economies in different countries are going to, be on different levels, and people are going to see it at different perspectives, obviously. On their website, they talked about and stuff. We didn't communicate this, but we want to address some of your questions and concerns. Guys, so I'm going to be adding to the video a little bit, talking about going more into, I guess, quote unquote, depth about the A/B testing situation. So Star Stable said, that they would be doing this, but they basically talked about it privately. They posted it on their website, but never spoke up about it on their news or their Instagram. I would have to check. I don't think they did. I could be tripping. Let me look real quick. I'm not seeing anything about. Yeah, no. I don't see anything about them doing this on their Instagram at all. But A/B testing is legal. What makes it legal is doing it in more than two countries. And then also in this screenshot that I have taken, I'm not exactly sure who took that screenshot or whatever. I have seen the same picture all over the internet. But Star Stable posted or has this on their website, or did anyways. As you can tell, besides the prices, everything is the exact same. So both are saying you get weekly allowance, both are saying you are a Star Rider, but the one cheaper is supposed to be the one without the weekly allowance. So Star Stable representing this or posting this or sharing this or whatever you want to call it on their website is illegal. False advertising, basically. They made a mistake and they did not own up to it. So there is that. They aren't owning up to their mistake. They are blaming their players for it. I have seen that they said, "Oh, well, you didn't look hard enough," or something stupid like that. Even though it is quite literally there, and I believe it. I have seen it 100 times. I don't know why someone would lie about it, other than just trying to make Star Stable eat shit overall. Due to the fact that people are literally wanting to boycott. What is A/B testing? A/B testing is basically where this company they have two products, right? And they're keeping up with the data and seeing which one gets more attention. Obviously, if you have something that is represented as the same thing, but one is cheaper, the cheaper one is going to get more attention, even though it is false advertising. So, Star Stable isn't owning up to their mistakes at all, and they're not listening one bit. So that is mainly why everyone is so upset. This is the last straw. You never really said anything about it, but I've heard so many different things about it. You can't justify what is right and what is wrong. So that's kind of basically it. Is Star Stable did something illegal, and it was a mistake. That's all it was. It was a mistake. Everything else they have done is legal except for their little mistake, their false advertising. And to my knowledge, they haven't owned up to it unless, they did and I just haven't seen it at all. Another thing that happened with the A/B testing situation is Star Stable, this couple, they bought both of them. They bought the exact same thing, quote unquote, even though one was supposed to say it didn't have the weekly allowance. A couple had bought both of them, and one of them was confused. I think the wife ended up getting the star coin one getting the one without the star coins, and then the husband got the one with the star coins. I could be wrong. It could be reversed. But basically, they contacted Star Stable and asked for a refund or whatever, and they brought it to their attention and was like, hey, this isn't right, yada yada yada. And this was David. This was David's response to it. I would be low-key hella pissed because basically, I guess you would say he's saying that, oh, you're blind. You're blind as dog shit. No, you made a mistake, own up to it, but you're not. So that's why everyone is technically so upset right now, is because Star Stable made a mistake and they're not owning up to it. So the next thing me and Abby are kind of gonna bring up, and it also plays along with the A/B testing situation. Star Stable has they will put things into the game that they don't open their mouths about. Recently at Steve's farm, in the jumping arena, you have the little thing where you can put a course up. They changed something. They changed the way you can click or whatever, or just the way it looks. Me and her went to go do some jumping just for fun, make a little course, do it for fun, and it wasn't working correctly. We both literally had to relog multiple times for it to work. It didn't work. So the next clip, she's just basically talking about how they throw things out there and they don't say anything, because the reason why it was brought up was because of the A/B testing. They spoke up about it, but not necessarily, if that makes any sense. They were sneaky about it. They were shady about it. They told us, but they didn't, if that makes any sense. I really hope it does. But basically in the next clip, our point is they don't openly speak up, if that makes any sense.
So Star Stable has this habit of, whenever they make an update, a fairly big update, mainly, they like to focus on that update, and they'll post everywhere about this update, and they won't tell the players about what else they've changed or what needs to be fixed and yada yada yada, unless you read the news, because they know people don't read the news. It's their way of saying, well, we told y'all, but
You didn't.
they don't really tell us.
Right. So in the next few clips, me and Abby are going to be talking about the Winter Village situation. So my point in doing this whole little this is what we're talking about next, is just in case if you want to skip it and you don't want to hear about it, that is completely okay. I can understand as to why. But we're going to be talking about the Winter Village next. So, the Winter Village. Let's yip about that. The Winter Village has, obviously, it started out as you gotta collect winter magic to get the filter rack, basically. And they tried doing it like the lightning bugs or the fireflies, whatever. But we've done it so much that like I grinded for that shit. I was grinding up until like 3 in the morning playing it because I was having an absolute ball and it felt like I was actually playing the game, which is really nice. But it's the fact that like they did it back to back. You know, they give us this wonderful update, they update Hollow Woods, and they're dragging it out, which is nice because it's giving us something to do, because after Christmas we're getting the other path. We only have 2 paths right now, but after Christmas we're getting the 3rd path that we still also have to grind for.
So what I've noticed is like figure out a special what am I looking for? Like they find that and they go, "Oh, this is so cool. Let's do it again."
Right, and they
"Oh, this
love
is
it.
so cool. Let's do it again." Like they've been doing that all year long.
Right.
All year long. Like cuz one of the last updates they did was, I think it was the Western camp, do the gold. We had to pick
Oh
out gold, and
yeah.
then there was another update where we had to do the same thing
Mhm.
in a totally different scenario. We were still picking the gold or doing the, like, the pickaxe or whatever. It's like they find something and they go, "Oh, we really like this. Let's do it again."
When the camp was around, it was okay. But I wasn't going to be grinding for 5,000 gold for a damn chicken. With the Winter Village, where everyone was so upset about the way we had to collect the winter magic and how long it was taking and how limited we were to snowflakes. I'm messing around with the fireflies right now, and there are fireflies everywhere. Everywhere. And they respawn like no other. But in the Winter Village, they were spawning like you would have to you'd have to wait a while at least for them to pop up or find something decent or,
Well, and I just got bored of it.
no, yeah. I started doing it. I was like, this is boring.
It's boring. Like
It's very boring.
there, there's no pizzazz anymore. Like last year's Christmas update, it was great because they brought back the snow. Nothing new about this. Also, let's talk about this. Our village for years now. I think we're going on like 6, 7 years of doing it or something like that.
Right. Same with the Halloween situation.
Why is it? Why is it that whenever we come to this place, the Winter Village, in a group, it kicks us out of the group? Like it still does that. I think last year they fixed it, and that's my point. Is like this has been a year-long thing. Why is this still a problem?
Right.
Like people are always in groups. Why are we still doing this?
Right. The next topic me and Abby are going to be talking about is the 300 star coins for Christmas situation. Jumping into the star coins, for the past couple of years, we have always gotten star coins on Christmas, 300 to be specific, and
Yeah.
they a lot of people were like, oh, okay, I saw a YouTuber recently who had stated that they came across a video that said, oh, no longer star coins, or we might not be getting star coins on Christmas, yada, yada, yada. And she thought it was clickbait because she was like, nah, that's not gonna happen. We always get star coins on Christmas. Like, why would they take it away? My point. Why would you take away that? I made a comment, I stated a few things, and one of them was giving away a code. Mind you, they've done it for years. They've given out Starcoin codes for years, and then they quit. They quit giving them around the birthday. They quit giving them around Halloween and just other holidays and events that they had.
Yeah. You never see
No,
you never see them anymore.
you never see codes anymore. And I'm waiting for the point where they just remove the thing on their website that says redeem code. I'm waiting for that to just disappear one day and them not say a thing about it, because they, like you said earlier, they do things and they don't speak up. Like, they don't tell anyone, and they might tell them in the news or whatever, and they have before, but it's the fact that not everyone looks at the news. The only time people
They
really look at
know
the
that.
right, they know that.
They
There's
know
absolutely
that.
no way they don't. So I'm on Star Stable. I go to the Yule tree, whatever, and I open it, and I see the worst thing on God's green earth little planet scratching its ass. Betty the damn Yeti. Who the hell said they wanted a damn Betty the Yeti as a pet? Because I know I didn't.
And it would have made a lot more sense to give it to us last year whenever the Yeti was the big
First
thing last year.
released.
It
Right.
was a big thing last year, but we're literally doing. I haven't even done the quest, like, because whenever I started doing it was the same shit from last year.
So obviously the main point or the main focus is the star coins. But we're talking about it now because after
Kind of glad that we did because it just got worse over the last couple days. It's just gotten worse.
No, yeah, it has just slowly, gradually gotten worse. Like people are wanting to boycott SSO. People are slowly losing interest.
No, not slowly. It's happening fast.
Exactly. So
It's happening fast, and this last crap has just been kind of like the last straw for some people.
right, we get it. 300 star coins isn't a lot, but it is for non-star riders.
Yeah.
Non-star riders get access to the Winter Village. You know, we don't get 300 star coins. Nobody does, including the non-star riders. You gave them an island. That's it, which is better than
Yeah.
nothing. But it's the fact that every year, non-star riders have been able to get 300 star coins for Christmas. You give them nothing in that moment. Just to clarify, in this situation, I am not using the non-star riders as an excuse to Star Stable to give us star coins. It's just me trying to prove my point that you are expecting these non-star riders to, pay more. Like, it's their way of getting Star Stable to get people to actually buy star coins when non-star riders are non-star rider for a reason, if that makes any sense. So please do not think that.
As a community, we basically peer pressured them into giving us star coins.
And we shouldn't have to do that. But the thing is, there's a lot that goes into the star coin situation because we pressured the shit out of them to give us these star coins, but it's the fact that, we bullied the shit out of them to giving us star coins. Either that's it, or they had already planned on giving us star coins, just not on Christmas, which makes absolutely zero sense to do. Why not just give it to us on Christmas?
Because they knew we were gonna throw a fit about it.
They had to.
Like if that was their plan, either
Girl.
one, tell us before, or they knew. And they wanted to see what our and it's such a good game, so it's such a shame to see it, but it's not turning into a good game anymore. It's going bad.
So, a YouTuber, I'm looking at their story right now, and they said, "Why is this kind of embarrassing? Like, I'm grateful they still give us a star coin code, but they're literally they literally only did this because everyone was so enraged. In my opinion, they could have at least given more to wake up for the poor decision of giving us a 2011 Yeti graphics pet instead of star coins. They don't want to sound entitled, so they had to give us a star coin code for Christmas, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But it's like they keep pushing horses out and increase the star coin prices as if we're money printers and we're not. In fact, most players are children without a job. Or maybe they had planned this because this star coin code all along and people got upset thinking they weren't going to give us star coins this year. Like I had stated,
There's no way that they didn't know.
No, there's no.
Outraged us. And like it's not a lot of star coins, but it's the fact that we don't ever get any star coins for free.
No, we don't. Oh, Brooke Seagirl's on. So slay. Hey, queen. Look at her. She's so slay. I love her. Brooke Seagirl, you don't know her?
No.
She makes those Star Stable edits. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Will there be more?
That was a lot.
Who knows? I'd like to apologize for just kind of ranting, but like low-key tired of it. So, we want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments. You guys can just
hear opinions.
Yeah. Just kind of like put your thoughts and opinions in the comments or whatever. We obviously know that we're not posting regularly like we were but that's also because we're busy. Um,
We're busy
we
people.
we got things to do. My mouse is right in the way. We got things to do, so um, and like if one of us is busy, that means we both can't film. Even though like I have filmed before by myself, it was just kind of like a we really need to put a video out. So um, and then there's times where like I get a really good idea and I want to make a video about it, but I go to edit it. I'm like I don't want to do this anymore. We hope you had a Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year. Um, and we hope everyone has a blast with their 300 star coins. So bye.
See you later. Bye.